Well, I've been out in the workshop most of the day. Built a couple of birdhouses, and now I'm working on a bat house. Now, I've been thinking about building one of these since last year, just never gotten around to building one. Nice to have the bats around, eat the mosquitoes and moths and bugs and stuff like that. So, just watching a couple videos, some guys making some bat houses, and they're all making them all different sizes. So I'm going in between of a couple of videos that I watched. One guy had one that was 4 foot wide, and another guy had it was 2 foot. And they had one that was a little smaller, so mine's going to be about 16 inches in width. And this board right here is 3 foot long. But it's not going to be all the way down 3 foot. It has to have like a little landing area for them on the bottom where they grab on and then they crawl up in the box. So I cut some pieces and I'm going to get to it. Alright, I got 2 pieces on here that are, what were these, 25 inches, and cut on a 45 for the roof. And these are 3 inches thick. I think the bat only needs like a space of 1.5 or 2 inches. They like to crawl up in there, I'm sure, so don't quote me on that. You look it up if you're going to build one. I think that's what it said. I think it was 2 inches. But anyway, I'm going to paint this black because they like it warm and dark. So I'm going to paint the inside black. And you got to have, I've seen some guys put a screen, some guys put like a plastic meshing, some guys even cut lines all in the wood to get in, because when they land on here they need something to cling on so they can crawl and get up under there. What I'm going to use is, I have some of this left over from when I did my roof. It is, this is for, you put on a ridge, make a ridge vent, and they'll cling on to this, I think. Pretty sure. I mean, they should be able to crawl up on this. This is something they get their little claws on and climb up in there. So I'm going to cut this to size and tack it down inside. That's what I'm going to be doing now. And one other thing I forgot to say. When you're screwing these boards down, all these guys were using caulk because the thing has to be draft free. They don't like any drafts, so you got to caulk it. I'm using liquid nails. I got some tubes of that laying around. So every piece you put on, you just want to caulk it and then screw it down. Okay, I painted the insides and I tacked down this roofing fiber. I don't think you should have no problem crawling up this stuff. Alright, I'll put the top on. Alright, it's a little dark in here, but there's an inch space. They need an inch space to crawl up in there. No bigger than that. At least that's what they said. So I'll put the top on and paint it, and I'm almost done. Oh, another little thing here. You're supposed to leave a little 1/2 inch space for a vent. Where it's venting to, I don't know. It's all sealed up at top, but all these guys kept talking about is putting a vent over here. Oh well, it's there. So I'm going to put the top on and give it some paint, and that should be about it. Well, I'm done with it. It's painted, silicone, and it's ready to go. I got to get the ladder out and find a spot. I got a pretty good idea where I want to put it. I've been looking around. That's it. They crawl up on here, they land on here, and then they crawl right up in the box. I don't know if this size box, I think it was like, you can get about I think it was 40 or 50 bats in this house. They form like a colony, so we'll see what happens. Who knows, maybe I won't get any bats in it. Time will tell. Alright, let me get out there and hang it up. Well, I think I'm going to go with this bat house up on this telephone pole. And I was reading, it's supposed to have about 6 to 8 hours sunlight hitting this thing. I guess they like it warm, so it should get plenty over here. Sun comes up over here in the summertime, and it should get plenty of light up there, and also got to get it up about 12 to 15 feet off the ground. So that's where it's going. Well, it's up there. It's probably got to be at least 15 feet off the ground. Now we just got to see if we're going to get any bats. Got to get these mosquito assassins in here. Got a lot of mosquitoes around here. We'll find out. Later.